Hello guys, I hope every one of you are fine. So in our last video we have discussed about in what form the data or instructions are stored in a computer. Then we have discussed about the machine language and the binary number, right? So in this video we'll discuss broadly about the binary number, and these are the topics that we are going to cover in this video. So let's begin. So in our last video we have discussed that the computer understands only machine language, right, which is made up of binary numbers that are 0 and 1, right? So every instructions that are provided to the computer, or every information that are in the computer, all are some unique combinations of zeros and ones, right, that we have discussed in our previous video. So since this is a binary number, so like in decimal number system, if you know, the decimal number system means the normally that we use, that is the numbers made of 0, 1, 2 up to 9, right? So every number that we are generally use are combinations of either 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the decimal number system, right? So in that, say this is a number 12, right? So what is the smallest unit of decimal number system? Is a digit, right? Means a single number is called a digit, right? Isn't it? Say if I say 1, that means that 1 is a digit. If I say 9, that 9 is a digit. When I combine 2 or 3 digits, then we call it as a number, right? So every number, if I say singly, that is called digit, right? Like in English also, if you speak, say if I say a single alphabet, that I call it as a letter, right? And if I write a combinations of alphabet, that I call word, right? So similarly, every single unit, which is the smallest unit of any language or number, they have a name, that is letter or digit, right? Similarly, for binary number also, if I represent by a single 0 or single 1, that is the smallest unit of computer data. All right, remember that the smallest unit of computer memory or computer data is represented by a single binary number. Okay, and when I am representing only 0 or when I am saying only 1, these are called bits. Okay, B-I-T. okay, this is 1 bit. All right, this 0 when I am representing as 1, that is called 1 bit. When I am representing this 1 as 1, that is singly, that is also 1 bit. Okay, so every information in a computer is combination of what? Combination of zeros and ones, that means combination of bits. All right, so then remember, every information is in a computer is combination of either 8 bits or multiple of 8 bits. Okay, every information in a computer is either combination of 8 bits or multiple of 8 bits. That means a single information or instruction can be represented by 8 bits or multiple of 8 bits, that is 16, 32, 64. All right, that means what? So a meaningful information, if I want to store in a computer, I need to combine 8 bits in any way. You can say 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0. So this is a 8 bit. All right, so this will represent one information, any information. Say A, say it is representing A. Let us consider for example. So if I have to represent any data or instruction, I have to have minimum of 8 bits. Okay, there can be multiples of 8 bits, means 8, another 8 bits I can combine, that total will become 16, another 8 bit I can combine, that will become 32. In that process I can combine, so minimum 8 bits must be there. Alright, so these 8 bits together is called 1 byte. Okay, this 8 bit together is called 1 byte. Alright, so the size of a byte is what? 8 bits. So we can say 1 byte is equal to 8 bit, right? We can say 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. Okay, so similarly, say this is, as I have said, this is a measurement of information, size of data, right? Bits, bytes are doing what? This is a measurement of, or unit of measuring size of data, how large the file is, how large the game is, right? Say 2 GB, 3 GB, so that is a unit of size. So similarly, since like in distance also, measurement of distance are what? Say millimeter, then centimeter, then meter, in this way it goes, right? Similarly here also there is a system. So 8 bit, 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Similarly, then after byte we say it 1 KB, that is KB represent kilobyte. Okay, kilobyte, BYTE. Alright, so 1 kilobyte means 1024 bytes. Okay, remember this, 1 kilobyte means 1024 bytes. After that 1 MB, MB means 1 megabyte. Okay, 1 megabyte, MB means 1 megabyte. Every one of us have heard MB, GB, KB, right? So these are those MB, GB, KB. Okay, that my file size is 10 MB, that song is 10 MB size, that game is 4 GB, 2 GB, right? So these are the sizes. Okay, then 1 MB is equal to 1024 KB. Similarly, after MB we go for GB, that is gigabyte, GIGA, gigabyte. Okay, that size is 1024 MB. Okay, similarly after GB there will be TB, then it goes on. Okay, TB means terabyte. So in this process it goes on. Okay, now so these are the sizes, and this is how data is represented. Again I am saying data is represented by combinations of 8 bits or multiple of 8 bits. Okay, so that is called byte. Okay, now if I have to say half of the byte, half of 1 byte will be how many bits? 4 bits, right? Half of 1 byte will be 4 bits. So if you have to say something through 4 bits, then that 4 bits is called 1 nibble. This is also a size, unit of size of data, 1 nibble. Okay, 1 nibble is consist of 4 bits. Then if I say how 1 byte is consist of how many nibbles? 2 nibbles, right? 2 4s are 8, twice, isn't it? 1 byte is consist of 2 nibbles. So 4, if I represent something with 4 bits, that is 4 zeros and ones in any combination, then that is called nibble, 1 nibble. And if I represent something with 8 combination of 8 bits, means 8 zeros and ones in any form, then that is called 1 byte. Alright, so after all these explanations about all these bits, bytes, binary numbers, there must be questions in your head. These two questions must be there, that why we use binary number, why doesn't the computer directly understand the English language, right? Since our keyboard has the English language, that is ABCD, so why doesn't the computer understand those ABCD directly, that A is A? Why the computer need to convert the value of A to some combinations of zeros and ones, which is harder, right? And another question might arise, say yes, okay, the computer for some reason need to convert the value of a to some combinations of zeros and ones. But why only 0 and 1, right? Why not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? So these are the all the numbers that we have, all the digits that we have. Why not those? Why only 0 and 1, right? If we have those means those numbers, then it will be easier for us to maintain more information, isn't it? So these questions must come in your mind, that why only binary number, or means why directly the computer don't understand any other English language or a different language, and why only 0 and 1, and why not other digits, right? So the thing is that we are saying that the computer only understand zeros and 1, that is in our sense, in logically that we are saying, right? We are only saying that computer know binary language, that is our logical explanation. Logical means for us to make the things easier, okay? But originally computer does not store it as zeros and 1 also, okay? So it is getting very confusing for you maybe. So the thing is, in reality the computer stores information in form of electric signals, okay? Computer is an electronic device, so every information in computer is stored in the form of electric signal, right? Now tell me, the electric signal can have how many phases? Say in your house, take an example, in your house the electricity comes, right? You have a light bulb or tube light, okay? So what are the two states of that light bulb or tube light? When I will pass electricity to the bulb will light up, and when I will stop passing the electricity to the bulb, the bulb will switch off, right? Switch on. When I will switch on the bulb, the light will come or electricity will pass. When I switch off the bulb, the electricity will not pass and the bulb will not light up. So the electricity originally, you can say, has two states, on or off, right? Similarly in computer also, every instruction is stored by some devices that are called transistors, that we will not discuss in this video. So those in computer, all the instructions or information originality in reality are stored in form of electric signals, okay, in some devices. So if you allow the electric signal to pass to the transistor or that device, then then we represent that as 1, and if I don't pass the electric signal, don't allow the electric signal to pass, then we represent it as 0. So you can say 0 is represented as off and 1 is represented as on. Alright, that's why we say that computer use binary number to store information, okay, that for our logical purpose, that we can easily understand the processing and the thing. But in reality everything is stored in either electricity is passed, that is either electricity is passed or electricity is not passed. So when I have said that the example that I have taken says that A has this value, the example, this is just simple example, this in reality means what? In one transistor, so transistor, it is a device to store the electric signal. For now you understand that only, okay? That means the first transistor, in the first transistor electric signal is not passed, that's why it is off, okay? In the second transistor also electric signal is not passed, that is off. In the third transistor the electric signal is passed, that becomes on. In the fourth also it is passed, that is also on, and similarly here also it is off, then it is also off, then the last two are on and on. So in reality the electric signal is passed inside the computer. Okay, the computer does not store zeros and ones, the computer stored electric signals. Alright, I hope you got the idea why we use 0 and 1 and not any other digits, because there are no different phases, only two phases are there, either electricity will pass or electricity will not pass. That's why we represent by two things, 0 and 1. We could have taken any other digits, say 2 and 3, 4 and 5, but the commonly we take as 0 and 1 we have considered already. Okay, so I hope you have understood this video. Any doubts you can contact me and I will clear your doubts. Alright, thank you, stay tuned, next video will come soon.